Looking to get more growth and more profit out of your paddock? You can with Legacy Livestock Finance. With rates that make sense and healthy profit margins come sale time, it's time to gain more with Legacy Livestock.
When you come to beef, it's not just the stands and the people you can listen to and all the cowboy gear you can buy and what you can eat. It's about the cattle. And here, of course, are some of the best producers in Australia. We're going to talk to them about the possible future ahead and maybe some dark clouds ahead. Are positive signs ahead for the beef industry?
Absolutely. I think there's a lot of positive signs, particularly with the outlook of beef and the demand of beef around the world.
Well, we're off to a pretty good start, Kerry. Queensland's looking extremely well feed-wise. They've had a great monsoon.
The weather's looking pretty good at the moment.
Well, most people have had a decent wet season this year.
The season's been fantastic. I don't think we've gone into a winter as good as this for a long time.
Yeah, I think the market's solid. It's not breaking records, but it's really solid.
Yeah, prices are sort of a little bit on the upper.
10% more would be great.
What's the positive signs ahead for the beef industry?
Well, I think the positive opportunity, Kerry, for the beef industry is for us to tell our story.
The amount of research going into the nutritional value of beef.
The youth that are coming through are one of the most positive things about the whole shebang.
The technology that's coming into agriculture to produce beef at what the consumer really wants in a way it wants and a product it wants to consume.
And with all the technology, I don't know if you've been around the pavilion yet, but with all the technology that's coming through, I think there's a lot of positive things coming, but yeah.
There's a lot of room for us to go into America yet, there's no doubt about that.
We've got a great story to tell. We're producing nutrient-dense food, we're doing it ethically, sustainably, we're promoting biological diversity on our properties in Australia, and we're also supporting regional communities. So I think the beef industry is incredibly important, and I think the opportunity for us is to tell our story and to tell it well.
Eventually the story is going to get out that it is the healthiest form of protein that we can have, and that all this rubbish about climate change that they go on about, that beef is actually the solution. Cattle grazing in pasture is actually the solution, not the cause of it. So we've just got to do a lot more work to get that message out there.
What about some possible dark clouds ahead for the beef industry?
I think it needs a lot more support from government, in my opinion.
Well, there's always dark clouds in any industry, particularly when animals are involved and people and opinions of people.
Well, always price, Kerry, and always price.
It's all of the outside influences telling the consumer about how negative beef is. So I think we've got to combat that.
Vegans.
Fanatical people that are opposed to beef getting near of government.
Possible threats is in the diseases that are close by in Indonesia, and our reaction to foot and mouth and lumpy skin disease.
Yeah, well, we've recently seen a range of issues that are big biosecurity risks, and we're often under threat being an exporter of any sort of biosecurity decision or accusation. So yeah, we've all got to be mindful and have real actions and policies, and in some respects self-regulate. Otherwise you become vulnerable of a decision you don't agree with.
I think the challenge for us is that there are more and more people around the world who are being brought up to understand that beef is bad, and we know it's not. We know it's in fact great for the planet and great for society. So I think that's the challenge for us, is to get that message across.
There's always a dark cloud ahead if you're a negative person, but if you're a positive person, well, you've got to look around that, and there's been dark clouds in the industry for the last 50 years that I've been with it, and as you would have known yourself, we've been through some pretty dark ones, but the people that are looking ahead and have been through those experiences, I think we're all wounded soldiers, and we've all got something up our sleeve to try and survive.
Well said. There's been some outstanding cattle headers at Beef 2024. Thank you to Lonergan by Zoetis and Legacy Livestock. They're our sponsors for Street Talk. More tomorrow from Rockhampton, where too much beef is never enough.
Protect your weaners from BRD with one spray of Lonergan for IBR and one shot of Bovishield MH1 delivered one time on farm. Talk to your cattle vet or local reseller before weaning.
There's only one BRD program for me.